Well done, well done, well done.
Bitch, I'm the shit.
Alright, hello guys. Today I'm going to teach you how to swap out your disk drive. Alright, with an Xbox 360, you cannot just simply buy a hard disk drive online and stick it into your Xbox and it'll work. No, your Xbox was built with a certain disk drive. So this is my original disk drive. It's completely fucked. It doesn't work. Don't pay attention to these wires right here, right now, because they are soldered in wrong. I just soldered them. Don't pay attention to the colors and the way they are soldered, because you are going to have to take. Say this is my new one. Well, this is my new bought one. If you do not know how to take this apart, I don't know what you guys are seeing right now, but there will be 4 screws in these holes. Just take it off. It should come off right like this. When I got this, this chip was in here. So this is the brand new chip that I bought. This was my old chip. See, I replaced them because otherwise it wouldn't work. It just says play a game and it just goes back to the dashboard. You could flash it, but I'm not going to teach you how to do that right now. I'm going to teach you the easiest way to do it. You are going to be focusing on these wires. Alright. Right now, I'm going to read off to you from here to here which way the wires are soldered in, just in case you can't see it. Alright. The first one, all the way completely to the right, is black. Then it goes red. Then it goes yellow. Then it goes green. Then it goes white. Go ahead and write that down, because that'll help you throughout this video. That's what I did with this one. Alright. What we're going to do, we're going to use this one. Alright, so say this was your new disk drive. Alright, you just bought this. Alright, you're going to plug in your soldering gun or whatever you have. I'm not sure if yours is electric. I suggest having a decent soldering gun. You don't have to. It's nice because it just makes things a whole lot easier. You're going to need some solder too. I got some electric solder. Really any solder will do. It's just electric solder works the best for this. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for this to heat up just a little bit. It won't take too long. Alright, make sure you are by a window or have a fan on of some sort, because the solder does leak and it does stay, and you do not want to be breathing that into your lungs. Alright, you're just going to start by desoldering all these points. You may even want a pair of tweezers and to help you. I'm not going to use a pair of tweezers. I'm just going to do it the harder way. Alright, then you're going to pull out your new, I'm going to set this down. Make sure you have some sort of surface underneath you. If you say you're sitting on the ground, get a piece of wood out the garage or something and just sit that down. Maybe an old slab of concrete or something. Just sit that down. Alright, there's going to be a pin here and a pin here. You're going to pull this back and you're going to want to push up. You'll feel it pop out. Alright, this new chip you won't need. Your Xbox won't work with it. So you can just stick it in your old disk drive if you want, just to keep it for later. You never know. Alright, and then on this one you're going to take your old one and desolder all this. Since this is my old one and it is in this new disk drive, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to pretend like this is my old disk drive and this is motherboard, old disk drive motherboard, and this is my new disk drive. Okay. All right. You're just gonna pop that back in. You'll see where the clips are at. Oh. There you go. You're gonna want to stick it under here first. There. And just get it set up, and then just push down once you get it aligned. There's normally a screw. Hold on, I'm just trying to get this on. It's being a pain in the butt because this isn't the original motherboard. Never had so much trouble with the motherboard. Alright, there we go. That's good enough. It's not all the way in, but that's fine. There's normally a screw right here, and you just unscrew it. I left mine out because it is not needed. You do not need it, but it is just, it's in there to hold it in. Alright, so get out that piece of paper that I told you which way the colors go, and just kind of pull out all your wires. I'm just getting mine out so I can have more room. You guys don't have to do this. I just like quite a bit of room when I'm soldering, and then you can just twist it back around. If you can't see that, I just kind of unhooked it from under here. Alright. So again, I'm going to repeat where the wires go. This one, the first one on your right, is black. Next one over is red. Next one over is your yellow. Try to get that yellow over there. And then your next one over is green. And then your last one is white. So green, white. Black, red, black, red, yellow, green, white. Alright. Get that written down or memorized or something. And then you want to flick your soldering gun back on, plug it back in, or have it set off to the side and just pick it up. If you do not have a soldering gun that can keep solder on the tip without having it drip off, you might want to do it off to the side of the motherboard, because you're going to have to put solder on the tip of your iron. I'm just waiting for this to heat up real quick. Only takes a couple of seconds. There we go. Alright, mine does hold solder on it, so alright, I'm just going to pretend the point. Stick a little bit of solder on there. Wait for it to cool. Black is done. You might not even need solder for this, okay? You can just use the previous solder that is on there, but there might not be as much solder as you need to make a good connection. So that's why I suggest having a little bit of solder near you. It doesn't have to be the most perfect connection. So far these are pretty good. Next one's green. And I'm going to add a little bit of solder. Oh yeah, another thing that you could use, which would be helpful, but I do not have it, is called flex paste. You stick it just a little bit on a Q-tip and stick it on your soldering point so you don't heat up anything else on your motherboard besides what you are putting on. So plus it helps the solder You know, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of solder onto that one. There's not much on there. Make sure to clean your soldering tip. I'm not doing it because, well, it's just, I'm not gonna do it. Makes plenty of sense, right? Otherwise, the solder really gets bad. But I'm just showing you guys this. This isn't the one I'm gonna be using. Keep in mind, this is a bad disk drive. New motherboard disk drive. So none of this is gonna work for me. Alright, you are done. Just go through, make sure each solder connection looks really good, that there's no problems, it's not going to come undone, and just go ahead and hook your wires back around. You don't have to, but it's fun. Alright, then you can go ahead and plug all this back in. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, I'm going to teach you another thing, that if your disk drive is messing up, it may not be that you have to replace your whole disk drive. If your laser, hold on, because this disk drive is really messed up. There we go. If your laser is back here, that's not good. If you see that your laser is back here, make sure to pull it on down towards the front. Because if it's back here, it's not reading the disk. That's the most common open disk tray error. Alright? Now, if that doesn't work, there's always another option. There are two screws. I don't know if you can see it, but it is down in here. There are two screws. If you're facing this way, it's going to be the one on the right, and you're gonna just turn it just a little bit to the right. Don't do full turns. You just want to turn it just a little bit. If that still doesn't work, get some oil, get some grease, get whatever, and grease up the side of these rails. And even this right here. Grease it all up. If that still doesn't work, underneath here, there are these screws right here. I don't know who the hell you are. I guess I could pull my motherboard out real quick for you guys. There we go. Screw here, screw here. Don't mess with this screw. Do not mess with this screw right here. But there's these two screws. You can turn it. This adjusts the height of these rails. So high up this laser goes back and how far it goes down. These can be adjusted. I do not suggest messing with these, but if that is your last resort, go ahead and do it. See what happens. If that still doesn't work, I'm afraid that you just may have to buy a new disk drive. Keep in mind that if you do not want to switch the motherboards and stuff like that, you can just always flash your disk drive. But that is a whole nother video, guys. That's another day. I'm not even for sure how to completely do flashing, but it's a long process, and this is just the easier way to do it. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.